In this story, Reconnecting with My First Friend, I'm Joanne Green. Most emails that I receive are garbage, but the subject, a blast from the past, compelled me to click and open. This email is from Marcy Chesler. The email read, "From 26 Coolidge Street, many, many moons ago. We lived next door to one another until I moved away after 6th grade." Marcy Chesler. 1 year behind me at the Edward Devotion School, with whom I played hopscotch. Red Rover, send Massey right over. And 123 red light outside our homes until her mother called her in for dinner, or my mom rang the cowbell from the back porch. Marcy was my co-conspirator, the person with whom I wrote and produced plays in the backyard to raise money for the Jimmy Fund for children's cancer research. On rainy days, we played Candyland and Chutes and Ladders. We played jacks and pickup sticks. We might even have made lanyards with gimp or daisy chains with juicy fruit wrappers. Saul, or Solly as we called him, was her older brother on whom I had a crush. Carrie was her little sister. The memories began to flood my brain. Marcy's email went on to share how fond her memories are, how she found me, and what her life has been like for the past 60 years. What's the chance that we'll have things in common after all this time? She remained in the Boston area and worked professionally with adolescents, both in education and mental health. I moved to California and became a radio news anchor and talk show host. We've both been married to the same guy for more than 40 years. And go figure, we both have 2 grown sons. As she shared her cell number, I promptly called and left an overly enthusiastic message that sounded something like this. Marcy Chesler, I am so happy you reached out, and I've thought of you and wondered what happened to you many times over the years, more than I can count. Yes, I'd like to connect and reminisce. Call me as soon as you can and we can talk about Mrs. Price, the Christian Scientist with the huge mole who lived downstairs from you. Marcy called the following morning, and we talked and laughed and shared stories, both from our shared childhood on Coolidge Street and our lives today. And we keep calling one another because it's just so good to talk. The irony is that we would choose one another as friends if we met today. We have similar values and interests, are both active in our synagogues, read many of the same books, and crazily enough, have sons named Daniel and Michael. Both of us, in that order. Do you remember Seal and Barbara? I asked her the other day, the 2 short, buxom women who lived across the street from me and called for their cat at night, saying, "Here, penny, penny, penny. Here, penny, penny, penny." "Yes," she said. "I'd hear them calling at night when I was in bed." "Exactly," I said. "Did it ever occur to you that they were lesbians?" Marcy hadn't ever thought about it, and neither had my mother, decades after we all left Brookline when I broached the idea. After all, these were 2 older women who lived together, shared a car, looked alike, dressed alike, worked at the same company, and had a couple of cats. We'd grown up in an era where people didn't speak of such things. I sure hope that one day Marcy and I will meet in person. Having seen a current photo, I know that I'd recognize her anywhere. What a joy to wallow in shared childhood memories and to begin to build a new friendship at this ripe old age. Sometimes life brings us wonderful surprise packages if we take a moment to open a mystery email. If you enjoy the memoir-style micro-essays that I read on In This Story, please consider checking out my full-length book entitled By Accident, A Memoir of Letting Go. It's now available for sale on Amazon and Audible as a paperback, audiobook, or ebook. You can also order a copy through your favorite independent bookseller, which could use your support. Speaking of which, thanks so much for your support. Again, the title is By Accident, A Memoir of Letting Go by yours truly, Joanne.